Hey girl, I missed your call. How's your marketing class going? So it's going good. So one of the things I had to do in TikTok, if I'm looking over here, I'm sorry, I'm on Instagram, and Instagram, if I'm looking over here, I'm on TikTok. So my class is going well. We're going into week 3. It's only a 4-week session. So what I've learned so far and what projects we've had to do. The first one was to give back to your community. We're learning that it's always good to appreciate the people who pour into your business. So that's why I had the Starbucks giveaway. And I am planning to do another giveaway because I like giving people stuff. I really appreciate everyone who supports my vision. I know it's not always clear and people don't always understand it, but people still support genuinely. So I appreciate that. So I did the Starbucks giveaway and I had 3 people who won $10. Oh, Candace, look, I'm sitting here explaining it and you're one of the people who won the gift card. So 3 people won the gift card. So I'm working on another one this week. The task was to create a flyer and to go live. So I created the flyer. I had to post it yesterday. And today I'm going live. So it's 7 o'clock. And so I'm just going to get on here and talk about my topic. And it's going beyond the bedside. It's something that I am familiar with, something that I love, and something that I love to teach people about. So many times traditionally nurses are taught, you go to school, whether it's for your ADN, your bachelor's, your master's, and then you obtain a job in a hospital. And that's what you do. And so we don't have to do that. That is not the end all be all for nurses. Of course, working in the field, it has great benefits. You can work 3 12-hour shifts and get paid very good. You can pick up as much overtime as you want, but you don't have to do that. Or you can continue to do that as well as build a side business, a side hustle, whatever it is. So I have a few notes because I want to stay on task. I want to stay on topic. But I do want to encourage people who work in the medical field. And even if you don't work in the medical field, you could take this information and apply it to whatever field you work in. But I am speaking specifically to nurses, hence the word going beyond the bedside. So what is the first thing that you should do? One of the first things you should do is find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you would love to tell. Like, I love it so much that I can't help but tell other people about it. That's what you have to do. You have to find something that you're passionate about. And also you have to figure out what a pain point is. So for me, I know long hours, long shifts, standing for hours, that's a pain point for nurses. Although there's a good income from that, there's other ways to get it. So for me, I want to create something that will help nurses go beyond just the typical thing. And for you, you have to find the passion and what you want to do. And then you also have to meet a pain point for someone. Is that clear? I hope I'm making that clear. And then you want to take all the education that you receive and leverage it. So you could take your nursing degree. It doesn't matter if it's just your associate's degree. You can leverage your associate's degree to do other things that are still in the realm of the medical field, but it's not the traditional areas or avenues that you have taken. All right. So you have to identify next your niche. Again, what is the pain point you're going to meet and who needs it? So can I use you for an instance, Candace, because you're the only person on my Instagram. Just using you for instance, women always love to look good and to feel good. We always love to have some type of jewelry or something on. You see, I got on earrings. So you are meeting a pain point for women who may work hard, who can't always just go out and I don't even think that's it. I think you're just meeting not necessarily a pain point, but a need for women. So you are creating beautiful jewelry and they see it on other people and people want to be a part. When I seen it on Stacy, I was like, oh, I want that. I got to have that. And so you want to have, and it's something that you're passionate about. So you always, again, want to go back, create something that you're passionate about, Find the people who need what you're passionate about or want what you're passionate about, and then you meet the need. So those are the things so far, okay? You're passionate about it. You find your group, your tribe, your people who need you, and you meet the need of the people. So I've written down a couple areas that nurses or medical providers can go beyond the bedside. So one of them is health coaching, patient advocacy, wellness products, scrubs, home care agencies, wound care agencies, and this one, postpartum nurse. So I'm not sure if everybody is aware of what a doula is. A doula is someone who assists someone who is pregnant, right? They go to their appointments. They make sure they understand what their doctor is saying. They coach them through pregnancy. However, as a nurse, you can start a business to become a postpartum nurse, right? Have you ever heard of it? Listen, I was doing some research, and a lot of people who do postpartum nursing make a lot of money. Unfortunately, it's not something that's covered by insurance. So unfortunately, but fortunately, right? It's not something that's covered by insurance. So you get to set the prices that you want. And what mother, I was a young mom. I was on assistance. So I didn't have cash flow that would allow me to get a nurse to come in and help me. I have 4 small kids. I could have used it. And there's nurses now who go into people's house, usually people who are well off, and provide this service. They give them, they take care of the baby while the mom is napping. They help provide like the cleaning or any situation, let's just say any situation that mom needs to make sure that she's getting the rest after having a child. A postpartum nurse does that. You could be a 1099. You could set yourself up as an LLC and go get the money. These are the things I'm talking about when I say going beyond the bedside. We have to think outside of the traditional roles of just being a nurse and become wealthy. I mean, really, we have to think about those things. All right, the next thing I said is creating a business plan. I have not always been successful in creating business plans, and sometimes that's why things fall through the cracks for me, because I am not a planner. However, creating a business plan will help you map out your goals, your target audience, and your budget. So I suggest that anything you do, you create a business plan. Also, building your brand. Building your brand is always about being present. I just said when I got on here, I don't always like to go live. I like to talk to people, but I don't want to go live on platforms. I don't want to talk because I get uncomfortable and I feel like I stammer over my words. But it's important for the people who you want, your niche, your tribe, your people, to see you, to know exactly what your goals are, what your mission is, how you plan to help them, what you could do for them. It's important for them to see you and know that you're a person. And also you need to share your story, why you got started, what made you do this. So I'm going to say in 2016, I started Bold, Black, and Beautiful Nurses because I didn't know where my tribe of people were. And so I figured if I don't have them, there's other people out here who don't have one. So let's build together. And through that, I've met so many amazing students, nurses, friends who have decided to go on the journey with me as we grow as nurses and entrepreneurs, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the group, and just as people, right? We network, we talk about things, we provide resources, we provide solutions for each other. So those are the things that people want to know. Like, is this a good person? Is their product good? Is there people who are willing to testify that this is something that I should put my money in? So in building your brand, you have to be present. And lastly, I want to just say that, well, I just said it, B3N is one of those things that I have built through just putting it together and getting to know people. So if you do not know about our group, it's called Bold, Black, and Beautiful Nurses. We are on Facebook under the hashtag B3N. And again, if you're on Instagram, we are BNN Nurses. So you can feel free to jump on the page ask questions, be involved. We are located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but we have nurses all over the country who are a part of our program. Let me see, because I don't got my glasses on. It's important, and this is one thing that's really important that I just started doing. It is very important for everyone if you have a business, if there's something that you're interested in, if you want people to know about you and grow your brand, it's important to take professional courses. So I didn't always do that. And I have to say that my business probably could be much further if I did that sooner. I've always been blessed to put things together and they always seem to shake. Like it always seems to work out. Not always the best, but it's always profitable, I should say. But taking just this one weekend to go down to Atlanta to this marketing mimosa has totally changed my mind. You see, I'm on here going live. It's not something that I want to do, but it's definitely something that I'm doing. So I encourage everyone. I'm sorry, one second. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. So I just encourage everyone to go out, find the courses that will supplement or enrich your business, and be a part of that. And guess what? If you don't see it, you can create it. If you don't see where a group is helping you, or if you don't see where you have resources, know what you're lacking and create it yourself. So again, when I went to this event down in Atlanta called Marketing and Mimosas, I was able to see, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm 52, I was able to see so many young ladies who were African American, and they were business owners, and they were turning profits like crazy. There was a wealth of information. There was people who were involved. Everything was positive. And so it just made me think, they're talking about what they're projecting the end of the quarter, the end of the year to be like. Never had I projected, at the end of the year, I want to have made $60K. Never had I thought that way. But now my thought process has changed because I was in a room of people, like-minded people who want to grow, and I want to grow right alongside them. Period, point blank. So we want to make sure that we network. We want to make sure we're taking professional courses. We want to connect with others who are aligned with what we're trying to do. If you are not a member of B3N, I just want to tell you that we are available. We are a networking group on Facebook. Again, it's hashtag B3N. My website is www.b3ns.biz. And I just want to tell you just a couple things, just to tell you a couple things that I have been blessed to do as a nurse. And I think as soon as I became a nurse, I started with my associate's degree. So with my associate's degree, I started, I started temping. So I had a full-time job and I started temping. And although that's still bedside work, it was something that I was able to do on the side. I went back and got my BSN. What did I do immediately? I started teaching clinicals. Education, always leveraging your education. I started teaching clinicals at the community college that I went to. I went on to get my master's degree, and I became a nurse practitioner, but I also began consulting. I consulted with I'm no longer there now, so I can say I consulted with a charter school for about 10 years where I made money in my sleep. I didn't have to, I had to oversee the school, but every month I knew that the money was going to be there. At the end of every school year, I knew I was getting a lump sum of money. Those are the type of things that you want to do. That's income that you can consider residual. It's happening in my sleep outside of my regular paycheck. I created a box company, and it still would be running had I not gotten lazy. This is what I'm saying. I had a nurse subscription box company where people paid. All I had to do was source the products, and people paid. I didn't have to worry about it because it was a monthly subscription course. subscription box company. These are just a few of the things that I've done. And these are just examples of things that you can do. You just have to sit down, map out the plan, and get to it. So if anyone is interested, go to my inbox, drop your email, and I will send you a coupon to get my ebook that's really listed at $30 for $5. I will send you the code. So you go to my Instagram, BNNURSES. In my inbox, drop your email, and I will send you the code to get my ebook for $5. I guess that's it. There's no questions. I'm going to end my live. I have done what I was supposed to do for my course. I appreciate the people who stuck on here. Thank you, Yana, for staying on TikTok. Thank you guys for staying on Instagram. And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope everyone has an amazing night, and I will talk to you guys later.